Q can't get his audio to work today. But this is probably just going to be a fun one. For lack of a better name, I called it the Tard panel. I'm open to suggestions. If anybody has any suggestions, we can call it that as well. Q has graced us with his presence. However, his audio is not working properly. So, Banger Bucks is still in effect. This might actually be interesting. You can hang out and talk shit in the chat if you want. But my name's Stack from Stack's Farmstead, YouTube, Rumble, and X. Drew, say hi real quick.
What's up, world? Shit show co-host on X, Luminary Mixdown on Instagram.
All right, Carson, John, I'll let you guys introduce yourself. You know these guys from Veritas Road. Tell them where they can find you and what you do.
Yeah, man, I'm Carson. Me and John do the Veritas Road. You can find us at the Veritas Road everywhere but X, where we're at the Veritas Road Pod. We typically go live at least once a week every Tuesday for Touch Me Tuesdays. And then we'll let you know when we're going to go live other times. John?
Oh, yeah, I think you covered it. It's like I'm John, and go to the same fucking place. Happy to be here.
All right. No, I am, though. I'm glad you guys came because this is a bit of an experiment all at the same time. We never had more than like 1 or 2 people here. So, I think this will be fun. There's a wide range of topics that we could actually be touching on, but I don't know. The one thing that keeps you know what? I forgot. Let me do this. We have to say the prayer. I have to say the prayer. Lord, guide my words tonight. Help us do your will, now and forever. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Sorry. Fucking up the flow here. All right. So there's a wide range of topics that we could be talking about. One of them, though, that sort of comes to mind that I think might be...
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There you go, Q. What's up, brother?
I think I found the bitch. I motherfucking did it.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, my bad.
This is outstanding.
That
See, now all
excited.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh shit! I just hit something. I don't know what I did, but I might have fucked.
Well, don't hit it again.
Right. I'm putting the mouse over there, bro. Hold on.
All right. No, this is great. So now, now that we have the context of what's being said in the chat with this voice, outstanding, outstanding.
It's phenomenal.
Fucking standing, boy.
Well, let me Q. Go. Since you got your audio now, go ahead and introduce yourself. Okay.
You already did. I'm Qbert. What the fuck?
Well, where can they find you at?
Hey, is my microphone even loud enough, or because I don't know, dude. It's loud in my headphones, but I don't know.
I can hear you. You sound good to me.
You can hear me, but can you motherfucker? Are you on YouTube?
Yes.
Oh shit, man. I don't know. Can you hear me? I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. That's I don't know what else.
Do you do a show on Rumble?
Not really. I mean, I'm going to eventually, but I got to figure. I don't have any experience on the computer, right? Other than the few hours that I've done a stream, and that's all I've done. I don't know how to do anything other than talk. Like, I can't add no music, no video, nothing. I don't know nothing, man. I don't even know how to get stuff on my computer to put in the studio. I can't. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't do computers. I've been on the phone for years.
No, I'm with you. I'm the same way. That's why it's the shit show, bro. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just learning my way through it. But this is. I can already tell this is going to be great. All right. Q, is there anything that you want to talk about?
I mean, anything, dude. I'm cool with anything.
All right, cool.
Anything.
All right. We, as anybody that's watching might be able to tell, he was having a little bit of audio problems, and we just decided to go with it. So this would have been backstage, but
I fixed it all by myself too.
All by yourself. We're proud. Be proud.
Yeah. White pride.
Yeah.
Free chud.
You want to talk about Chud?
I mean,
That's a good play. That's a fun place to start.
Probably not on YouTube. Wouldn't be a good idea.
No, let's go ahead. Sling it. I mean,
right,
you
might get banned I don't know.
All right. All right. Well, let's just be
I'm
careful.
gonna say nigger.
That's all.
I'm gonna say nigger. That's
All
what
right.
I mean.
That's fine.
There's no two ways around that, dude. It's
All right.
impossible.
Okay. All right. So if anybody's not aware, Chud the Builder, right? That's obviously who you're talking about.
R.I.P. Chud.
He likes to go around and how do we put this? He likes to go around and point out the obvious flaws that are in the black community. Is that fair?
That's a diplomatic way to say that. Well done.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all, Stacks.
No. All right. Well, tell us what he
Well,
does.
what he does, he's pointing out the fact that we have freedom of speech allegedly, but you can't say things as a white man, especially. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can call you anything in the book. They can say anything there that got the worst. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Chimping out, bro. Chimping out. So anyway, yeah, they can do all this, whatever, call you anything, but you can't say anything back without being persecuted, basically. Beat up, killed, whatever. It's bullshit. It's a double standard.
Oh, I definitely agree with you there. There is
Now,
something
would I have taken his approach? Probably not, but, whatever.
Fair.
You kind of set yourself up for disaster.
I'm gonna bring up his X page real quick, just in case anybody is unaware. This guy, that guy, is that
what
his
a
mugshot
mullet.
he has already? He got his mugshot on. That's his thing already. All right, so
If it is, hell yeah. I got plenty of them.
well, tell us what you know, Q, about what got him in trouble.
What got him in trouble? Well, the story I keep getting, I don't know. I haven't seen any video evidence, and that's what you really need. But the story I'm getting is he was down at the courthouse, whatever, doing something, and some dude, a group of African Americans, I guess you call them, the Browns, black people.
Uh-huh.
They started
Yeah.
hollering at him, blah, 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 making fun of him. So he's like, "What's up?" And apparently he decided just to leave it alone, walk away, which I kind of doubt was exactly how it went, but that's what I've been heard. And the guy followed him, however far away, and he got in his face and was like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and the guy that had and then he wound up hitting him, jumping on him, and the boy's got a gun, of course, a shooting nigger. Who wouldn't? I mean, he could
Right.
grab your gun and kill you with it. Fuck that. So anyway, that's about what I've heard, man. So I don't know the
All right. Well, here,
The
let me
whole
see if I can summarize it. From what I understand is he really likes to go out and push the envelope when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I'm not saying he should or he shouldn't. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that when you do things, whether you're allowed to or not, if somebody doesn't like it, there's a chance that they are going to do something about it, if that makes any sense, right? Like if somebody came to my neighborhood and started screaming cracker, right? Like somebody might respond.
I'm gonna tell them where cracker comes from.
Yeah, but so
There's an origin story to it.
I understand what the dude is doing, and it's sort of like it's sort of clickbaity in a way, where it's like, here's the thing. Since I've become aware of them, it was just a matter of when something like this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Carson, are you aware of this dude?
So I'd learned about this morning from my boss, who follows this guy. And he was like, "Hey man, did you hear about Chud?" And I was like, "Who the fuck is Chud, Elliot?" And
Carson, you live in Tennessee.
yeah, I am so sheltered, Q. You have no idea, man. I
Fuck.
live under a fucking rock.
I do too.
The only time I wade into the news is 4-hour show. Like I don't even really watch that much like conspiracy content outside of our show. Just because you take in so much of it, and I start to lose my damn mind. But I heard about this morning, and my boss, he's a good dude, but he falls more along the, I wouldn't call him a lib, but he falls more along the progressive side of things. Nice guy, but he was telling me about it, and he described it as like, and you guys can correct me if this is wrong, because this is a story that I was given, was this fellow who likes to go around and we'll say, exercise his freedom of speech around ethnics.
Good way to put it.
Um,
Good way to put it.
Was, I guess, like accosted by some black dude and then shot him. Is that the story? Is that what happened?
So my understanding is that yes, he was exercising his freedom of speech, and the gentleman that he got in the altercation with came after him, knowing where he was. Now this is just hearsay. This is what I understand. I've heard 2 or 3 different people say this, but apparently the guy found out that he was there and went to him to provoke this altercation.
And attacked him without being directly provoked, is what I've heard. Anyway.
Right, right. And like he was saying, say it to me, say it to me. That makes sense. So,
Yeah.
so when he did, inevitably, they got into a fight. Chud had his gun. He drew. They tussled over it. He shot himself and the guy with 2 different rounds.
All right.
So, I mean, and this is, like I said, there's probably specifics that I'm not getting right, but this is generally what I had heard. That said, I don't know. Okay, let's just use a little logic. If you do this, what I just described, more than once, it's only a matter of time before this happens, right? So, like, you're asking for this to happen if you do this. If you go there and say things that people don't want to hear, whether you're allowed to or not, and you're carrying a gun, eventually somebody gets shot, right? Like, that's just going to happen.
That's gonna happen.
You tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just saying. Just tell me if I'm wrong.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the idea of like informed consent or accepting like just the circumstances you're going to put yourself in. If you're going to be like, it's I'm not saying it's good or bad. It is a little retarded to like go into like sketchy neighborhoods and scream at people. It's a little retarded. And so if you're going to go be retarded, you're going to have to accept the consequences of being a little retarded. And that's fine. Like, cool, good for you. Glad you're out there pushing the envelope or whatever. But it's like if, I don't know, like the people on the Challenger got pissed because they exploded, or the people on the, your favorite football team get mad because they get injured. It's going to happen. It's a risk of the business.
It was just like the dude that got stabbed by the Stingray. What the hell was his
Yeah,
name?
freaking Steve Irwin, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
The
I
one
can't
down
tell
under.
you how many times I said he's going to die. I thought it was going to be an alligator, but I mean, I can't tell you how many times I said, yeah, he's probably going to die. Like, if you stick your head in an alligator's mouth, sooner or later, it's going to chomp down. This is the same scenario, just a different type of animal. So, I mean,
Spot on with that one.
Oh man, something.
Drew, do you know anything about this?
Not particularly. This is like fresh news to me, and I was kind of waiting to see where it went. Did this gentleman die because of his injury? Somebody died, or?
I don't think so,
No.
but I don't know.
I'm just
don't
thinking,
think
like, if you're gonna do something like that, and like, okay, I push the envelope, I provoke people, I'm in an environment where this is gonna happen, and now here I see 20 feet, 15 feet, 10 feet. Why are you letting somebody get that close that is obviously going to be aggressive? Like, you don't want to draw a gun when somebody's right in your face like that. You don't allow that distance to close.
You'll shoot yourself.
If you feel there's a potential that is probably where it's going to go. That was a mistake. That was just
I would have already had it pointed at his fucking head.
Yeah.
I mean-
Well, I mean, again, if you want to be self-destructive and this is inevitable. Like, it's not going to happen, right? I mean, I think everybody can agree with that, right? Like, if you go and do the things that he does repeatedly over and over again to get views on Twitch or wherever he's streaming, I know that translates to money, but you have to understand that this or something like this is definitely going to happen. So I hope he knew that whenever he started it off. I mean, I don't. Is it shocking to anybody that happened? I mean, because
it's shocking how long it took. Probably, like, he's
Yeah,
been
Yeah.
doing this a
basically.
while.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people out there don't have nothing to lose. All they have is their ego and their emotions, and they want to pick fights over nothing. So if you give them a reason, I mean, it's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's just when and where. And
Yeah.
that's, like, you're just gonna get into an argument with somebody like that, and I mean, there's no video footage. We don't know exactly what happened. Maybe he tried.
there was actually somewhere.
There's video footage.
really?
Like, clear
Yeah.
video footage.
Yeah, I've been looking but I can't.
I think
I'll let you know when I find it. I'll
I
let
think
you know.
I think
I'm
I think
looking.
Pump Fun is the place that he was streaming from, and they've got this footage. They took it down, but they've got it.
Pump Fun.
Yeah, Pump Fun. It's like I guess it's like a cryptocurrency streaming. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how
Okay.
it works. I've never been on it.
I'll take a look. Yeah, but I mean, John, do you have any keen insights into this?
This is literally the first time I've heard about this.
Oh, really?
I guess I live a little bit under a rock too.
Good for you, buddy.
It's not dissimilar to the concept of like what happened to the J6ers at the Capitol. It's
Mm.
like you accept you're gonna accept the consequences of like what you're doing, especially like when like there's a political motive to screw you over, like no matter what, like
It's kind of
There's-
like when rappers get shot. I'm sorry, John.
like there's definitely going to be some political motive against this guy. Just that's the nature of, I have no clue what he does, but that just seems to be like the nature of what it is, and it's like, you got to understand the risk of that, like none of the January 6ers understood that. It's like, hey, like you just made yourself like, a target for a bunch of like crazy people who want to use you for their like own advantage. It's like the same thing is going to happen here, and like if you're going to do stupid crap like this, it's like that's the thing you got to understand.
Yeah. It's retarded. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
It's just it is. I don't. Again, I could say it till I was blue in the face, and it doesn't. It's not going to change anything. But I mean, the truth is that it's stupid. If you do this, this will happen. January 6th, at the very least, was these people blindly followed people into a situation and was glorifying the idea that they were actually going to do something in the government. Like, if we take this building, we're in charge. And it's like, bro, that's not how it works. And they want you to go in there. They want you, obviously, they want you to go in there. They opened the doors for you. There's a reason for that. The mouse doesn't understand why the cheese is free. It's similar in that way, though, where it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah,
what the
and
fuck are you
the
doing?
only result of your action is to invite the harshest response from like the state and like the political system that could possibly be imagined, right? Because now like they're gonna use you to make a point.
Yeah, that's
Like,
my worry.
That is the only
Yeah.
so it's like it's just functionally retarded. I have no clue what this guy does, but I can just tell looking by the headlines like this is retarded. What he's doing is retarded.
I always scratch my head with that because I said to myself, if I'm standing out there protesting, right, January 6th, and we have some civilians who are actually FBI plainclothes, like inciting people, so we go, oh yeah, let's go inside, burn the fucking place down. I would not be like a mindless zombie and be like, okay, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I'd like to do that, but what are the ramifications? There's armed security, there's cameras. If you spit on something, like you're gonna get caught. Like where is this gonna end? Am I gonna get the result I want by following these strangers just because my emotions are high?
Yeah.
Like that,
Oh, sorry.
it was just kind of even agree with it, disagree with it. It was kind of like, still, you're a man. Maybe like instead of like following somebody else, be a leader instead of a follower, and maybe make a better decision.
Yeah.
Well, here, I'll give you an example real quick. This was the same thing, but this is BS.
Keep chimping out. Keep chimping out.
I'm chipping out, nigga. I seen on.
You're chimping out, dumbass nigga. Walk up to me again. What's up? How you doing? I hear you. He just standing here while she works. Am I 12? I'm 28. 28 years old.
No, I was asking your age. I was asking
He's asking if he's a cop.
12? Isn't that a number like 12?
Hey, watch this.
He knows that too.
Boy. Hey, what is 12? All
I don't speak Ebonics.
right. So you want to? Oh,
You know who I am.
yeah.
Yeah, back the fuck up out my face.
Oh my
That's what I thought. Posture up. I really hope you want to. You want to step outside? Come on, nigger. Let's go.
Jeez.
Come on, nigger. You act like you're gonna do something. Square up then. Come do something. That's what I thought. Don't walk up to my truck.
No, but
Don't walk up to my truck, nigger.
Holy fuck.
Good heavens.
Because you start acting like you was gonna do something.
man, I mean, you was talking to girls and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of my business.
I said, what? You came up to me and said, are you 12? I said, I'm 28. Ebonics, nigger. I don't speak Ebonics, nigger.
Now, also, why you keep saying nigga?
Because I can. It's a fucking America. I can say whatever words I want. You people need to learn that. Go get your homies. Go get your homies.
You know what, nigga?
Yeah.
I think you kind of get the point.
I don't think
But
it's
I mean-
wrong. I mean,
I'm not even saying that anything is quote unquote wrong. What I'm saying is you're dancing on a fucking minefield,
Yeah.
and that if you keep doing it, sooner or later you're going to step on one. It doesn't even really matter like right or wrong.
It
It's the
doesn't. It
fact
doesn't.
that like this is going to happen if you do this, and like if any.
playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
kind of seemed like he was totally okay with pushing the aggression to get a physical confrontation. Like, even if the guy
Yeah.
made a stupid comment, he could have made a stupid comment and then waited to see if it escalated. He seemed like, all right, views, clicks, followers. Let me kind of brush the fire. So like this will escalate and be more like juicy to watch.
Well, yeah,
Because he
of
had
course.
opportunities to kind of like say what he wanted to say and get up out of there, but you know, that I guess is the life of, you know, being an online personality and pushing the envelope. But he definitely looked like he was fishing for the altercation to go physical more than the other person in the video. That's just my take on it. But
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I mean that's
100%. Yeah,
And
he
it- and
definitely
it-
was.
Yeah, and I think these people, they deserve to be talked to that way. I mean, the way they act and treat white people is just ridiculous. They deserve it, but it's just stupid. You're just asking for shit. And then, man, what really kind of bothers me is this could be like, they could really railroad this kid, and it could be a domino effect of free speech laws coming down. You know what I mean? It could fuck everybody up.
yeah.
JC.
If that makes any sense.
JC, since you're in the chat on YouTube, I wanted to tell you I just made you a moderator over there. So if anybody gets out of line, get them.
Don't let them chimp out, JC. Don't let them chimp
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Don't let them.
No
No,
chimp.
but I mean, not to stay on this for too long, but for anybody that didn't understand who we were talking about, why we were talking about him, this is not an isolated incident. This guy does this constantly for content. And when, look, I grew up in the hood, so I know what 12 is, but he was asking him if he was a cop because he's a white dude walking into a place where it's probably in the hood. Like, he probably didn't live around there. He had his video camera on and went to a black neighborhood and walked up to the dumbest black dude you could meet. Just look at him. You know what I mean?
He's a retard.
He was, yeah.
On both,
you know, it's
accounts,
for
both ends.
With the camera
It's-
already rolling, you know. it
Black
wasn't-
dude's
I don't know,
retarded. He's just dumb.
Yeah,
The other guy's just
he
dumb.
walked in knowing what was gonna happen. He was just picking
Yeah.
his target. Yeah, that's a risky game. You're at the crap table in Vegas.
Yeah, betting it all, baby.
Yeah, that's all kinds. Just the risks of legal trouble. Even if you wash the guy up, knock him out, like you're putting yourself in a situation. You could get sued. You could get criminal charges. Like,
You don't
He's
know
got
how many of
murder
them's gonna come
case.
out from the wood. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
hit one
murder
of them, dude. It's on. They
Yeah.
appear like fucking roaches, man. Just it's terrible. Like flies on shit.
Well,
I've been there and done it, bro. I know. That's a fact.
and not that it matters, but I'm curious. What state is this gentleman based in that this stuff is going
Tennessee.
down?
He's in Tennessee.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's around here. Well, so I would argue the question you have to ask yourself in a situation like this is looking at somebody who's behaving this way, what is this guy's intent? Like, is he actually trying to affect something good, something positive? Does he have some kind of like legitimately good goal, or is his main function to go out and be as much of an absolute cunt as possible and see what happens afterwards? It's the same, like you said, it Stacks. It's the same concept as like Steve Irwin going down there and was like, I'm gonna get down with the fucking, I'm gonna get down with the stingray and see what happens, and then I'm gonna get down and then he
R.I.P.
gets stung right in the
Crocodile.
heart. Like,
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Frog Hunter.
gonna happen when you play with fire like that, like a fucking retard. And if
Yeah.
your end goal isn't something functionally useful, like we can paint things up and say, oh, it's for free speech. And I mean, to a point, there's probably some truth to that. There's the whole concept that like, if you you don't use it or lose it kind of thing. If you don't use your muscles, they'll atrophy and you're fucked. But there's also I grew up so. Short story. Sorry, didn't mean for this to go this long, but
No, do it.
grew up in like your typical obnoxious white collar world, and my dad was the white collar version of this asshole. Like he would go into public spaces and just be a cunt because he could, in the name of like exercising truth and free speech. And if you've ever had a conversation with another human being, you understand there's a time and a place for that. And if you give a shit about the person you're talking to, right, then you're going to be aware of, hey, maybe this isn't the appropriate time just to be an absolute cunt in the middle of a gas. Like maybe this isn't the right time for that.
Yeah, don't come to
Fully
me on the
support
city.
the idea.
We're riding the city bus or the subway. Don't come to me talking all this stuff and loud and shit. I don't know you. I don't know you, bro.
Right. It's a functionally retarded way to say you're trying to affect some kind of change. Like you're just painting up being an absolute just flopping wiener to try to make it look prettier than it is.
I mean, is the juice worth this squeeze? Right? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how much money the dude's making. He's obviously become very popular. I never really knew who he was. Apparently, he's been doing this for a little bit of time. But, I mean, this will put him on the map if he ever gets out of jail in time. You know what I mean? And then what? Are you going to do it again? Do you think that, like, he made a name for himself so much that the guy that he got in the altercation with allegedly came to see him, like, you know, to find him. So that was going to happen. And let's just be real. He's probably pretty lucky up to this point that they didn't just find him and shoot him on the spot, right? Like,
Yeah.
this guy wanted to come and actually have an altercation with him, like yell at him or whatever. But I mean, like, you're dealing with a certain type of person once you get on their radar where life there's no value. So, like, are you sure you want to keep doing this? Like, because that's what I'm saying about, is the juice worth the squeeze? Because, like, eventually, something like this was going to happen. He's just, honestly, he's lucky that he's standing trial and not in the morgue. That's where this would go,
Dude.
and probably would go.
If he would have just carried around a bag of bananas and throw them out when they attack, he'd have been fine. He'd have been fine. He would have been fucking fine, man. And he wouldn't have to shoot nobody. Peaceful.
See, now that's the Banger Buck version live, right? Like that's what we just got. But unfortunately, nobody is contributing to Banger Bucks right now.
Man, y'all get on the banger box, man. Quit being a bitch.
Yeah, dollar
Tighten
two on somebody. Like, you know, Q is right here now that you can say words to. So
I'll say
go
shit back.
ahead. I know that's sort of what I'm hoping will happen. I don't know. I honestly, I think I'm over it in the way that this was inevitable. I don't really know what else to say about the dude. Is there anything that anybody would like to add about how stupid that is?
I just want to say I'm shocked that he didn't show up somewhere someday and like literally a group, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them ganged up, jumped out on him with straps or knives or something. And, you know, I mean, you know, you could be armed, but if it's just you and you got 3, 4, 5 barrels pointed at you, you know, because a lot of these low life people, they group up, and you know, I guess he got lucky that it was just one on one, and he got to walk away from it. But now he's got all this court shit he's got to deal with, and it's like any progress he made now like knocked him down in terms of him progressing his life, unless he's gonna run his stream from a prison cell. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like,
Look, where I grew up, they would have just shot you. Like, there wasn't going to be any talking. They would have just shot him quick. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, where I grew up, that's why I'm telling you from experience. I grew up in the hood, dude. Like, I'm telling you that, like, I think he just got lucky, plain and simple. Maybe he didn't get on the radar of the type of people that would have actually done it yet. But as soon as that would have happened, it would have been a wrap.
100%.
It's only a matter of time.
Well, and this
but anyway,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
This kind of behavior is I think John kind of alluded to this point earlier, is like level 2 controlled opposition. Like, sure, you're not necessarily directly bought and paid for by whatever demonic entities are running this show, but you're playing directly into their hands. Like, it's not too far afield from that same concept, and you're playing into this whole Hegelian dialectic type behavior where, like, they need a problem to offer a solution to cause this, like they need a problem that you're going to react to then offer the solution. You're essentially the first domino to fall in that game. I mean, do you want to be that domino, or do you want to not have that problem?
Excellent point. Excellent. Yep.
It can even be something like you said about, oh, we need new laws, and you can't say these things, even though it's freedom of speech because it's for public safety, and it could show its face in any kind of way, and you just don't want to give these people, the kind of ammunition they need. And like, you got no family, you don't have parents, a wife, kids, nobody that you're ever gonna roll around with, that you're not worried about their safety because you pushed the envelope as far as you really could. Like, that's just crazy.
Well, I mean, it's a good way to segue into something that I was thinking about touching on, and the way that Carson described it, because there is this look, like, if we're constantly all fighting with each other for one reason or another, whether it's warranted or not, you know what we can't do? I'm sure we can't take it up with these people that are in power. As long as we're fighting with each other, we can never address the actual issues. And they love that. Because the idea, look, Occupy Wall Street, as corny as it might have been at the time, they were shook about that. Because right at that time, they instituted the, how do I put this? The black on white thing, the race thing. They played the race card right away. That's when it appeared. Occupy Wall Street, and then the race stuff appeared. So if we keep playing into this paradigm where we're going to fight with each other, we can never address any of the bigger issues, which one of them is how does Israel own Kentucky now? Honest to God, I don't know. When it comes to this Massey election, I don't really care because it's all fake and gay anyway. I see you in the chat, Q. Is this Tom or Emily?
It's Tommy.
Tommy. But I mean, my point is that $35 million got dumped in to Kentucky by Israel. Those are the same people that would love for us to be fighting while they loot the treasury, while they steal the country, I can go on and on. However, I would love to hear one thing from Drew about what he thinks about that particular thing. Trump endorsed the other guy because the other guy was for Israel and got one of the only people that actually stood for anything at all, including getting the Epstein files released. Are you still riding the Trump train?
Well, just to clarify, I was never riding the Trump train.
You're still on there.
Completely blind. And oh yeah, he's going to fix everything. Everything he says is true. I was being hopefully optimistic because, no other president has even talked about the things and addressing the things that he has. Whether it was going to be actually backed up or not, some of which is left to be seen. I always had that question in the back of my mind. I wanted who this person who he installed in Kentucky now that beat Massey. I got to see where that goes. I got to see if they start undoing good things and creating more problems, or do things continue to go in the way I want. I don't give a fuck who's in power. I don't care who wins, who loses. Is it improving my life and the life of the world, or is it not? That's kind of what I'm looking at. I know there's a hidden agenda. There's all kinds of other shit. That's like my focus. Like, I like Massey. Is this other guy going to continue doing the right things? Is he going to be a puppet, a yes man, and do shit that I don't like? We got to kind of wait and see. But yeah.
I don't think there's anything to wait and see about. Here's what he's going to do. He's going to vote for more money for Israel. He's going to vote for wars for Israel. And anything that they want or need will be a yes. And anything that Trump wants or needs will be a yes. That's what's going to happen. There's no wait and see. I mean, Carson, would you agree?
I mean, if I even thought that system did fucking anything, I would probably agree with you. Yeah, like the whole point of installing. I mean, if you heard, what was it, Hegseth's talk he gave about how, like, we need more Americans in here who are willing to agree with Donald Trump. I was like, well, okay, that's some bullshit, because you're telling me right there that the whole concept of the democratic system has gone directly up your ass and to the left. Like, nothing good is coming out of this bullshit system you're trying to get us to buy into. It's turned into a complete, like, if you watch any of the congressional hearings or anything going on these days, it's turned into a complete circus. Like, they're not even pretending.
It's just fake.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%. Yeah,
100% fake.
It's none of the bullshit decorum they used to use to try to get us to buy into the concept. None of the, like, what is it, like diplomatic procedure or whatever it's called, where they're like, I second the motion to, like, shove a dildo up somebody's ass. Like, they don't
Fancy it
even
up,
do
son, you
that stuff
assholes.
anymore.
You know, fancy it
Yeah.
up. What the fuck, dude?
Right.
We deserve better. Psyops. I mean, seriously.
Give me a diamond-crusted dildo in Congress, damn it! Like, something good. But
Buy me
they don't
dinner
even-
first.
Around, bro. At least reach around. Goddamn.
They don't even try to pretend like it's real anymore. And so, yeah, I mean, I think if this is an honest election where these people are voting for real issues, then yeah, all we're doing is installing somebody who's going to support the current regime. Like, it's not fundamentally different than the same thing happening in these countries we think of as dictatorial regimes, like Argentina or fucking Venezuela or Iraq or Iran. Like, they just install the people they want in power.
Except they hide it better, in my opinion.
Fair. Yeah. I don't see it as fundamentally different, if I even had any faith in it at all at this point. Like, I guess I sound a little black-pilled, but I don't even have time for it anymore. I know that sounds terrible.
No, I agree with you 100%. And just for context, I'd love to know, John has to know something about this while I grant him not knowing anything about Chud the Builder. Just put this in context. If it was any other country, whether they were our allies or enemies, if this was Britain, if it was anybody, right, and they said the British lobby got a guy elected and they went to the scale that it's the highest amount that's ever been put into an election. So, and everybody knows why they did it. They did it because they want them to vote in their favor. Everybody would be up in arms that has any sense in their head. That's what I'm trying to. It seems for some reason that there's this filter for some people when it comes to Israel. Like, well, Israel did this, so that's okay. Israel broke the law, that's okay. Israel bought a seat in our Congress, that's all right. Don't worry about that. But if it was any other country, rightfully so, most of the people would be upset. So, I mean, again, I'm trying to put it in the context for somebody that might be listening that doesn't quite get it. You know what I mean? Like, they installed a congressman right in front of us, and nobody's really upset. And that's the crazy part.
They did that with a president, 5 years ago?
Yeah, that's true.
So
This one seems more
what's the
blatant,
deal
though.
at this
Is it
point?
just me? Is
I
it
mean,
just...
It's 100% blatant, but like, the people who actually like they, tricked into doing it, like the boomers, it's like they don't even understand, right? Because it's like all the boomers are being told is like, hey, this guy dissented for.
Yeah, and that again, boomers.
Whatever Donald Trump says it is. Meanwhile, like, right, their kids can't like afford to grow up in the towns that they or to like live in the towns that they raised them in.
Yep.
So it's like my question is, what are you conserving? Like I would just ask these, like, what are you conserving? What have you conserved?
Right.
Because it's like your next generation cannot have the same life as you. So your conservatism has failed if that's what you believe in.
Right.
And just none of these boomers none of them have figured that out. None of the people who actually, like, if they voted at all, voted for that, I don't even remember the fucking retard's name, but none of the people who, like, went out to vote for him understand that. So it's like they can't even get to the point that they can understand that, like, Israel had their hand, like, in the money pit to, like, get to tip the scales in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe to say that the majority of people, boomers or whatnot, and people who go out and vote, the majority of them are under the illusion that everything is at face value, everything, whatever president says is true, whatever, whatever is being presented on the news is absolutely true, and there's no hidden agendas or any kind of sneaky shit. The majority of people are under that illusion that don't even ponder the question. Like, no. What's actually really going on here? There's something more to it. Yeah. I feel like it's a minority of people who like even can ask these questions of like, no, there's something not right. Something's going on. Who's actually moving these chess pieces behind the scene? It's becoming like an endangered species in a way, at least from what I see around where I am.
You know, the question I never see asked, especially by boomers, which is probably the most concerning thing, and it points to exactly why we're here. How do I make my kids' lives better? That is never a question in their mind. Ask yourself if you've ever met a boomer that has said, my priority is not to me, but to my kids. Now, granted, there may be a few of them out there. We like to call them bloomers and not boomers. But the point is generally, this is their mindset, is that there's no thought of the future, only now. And that's why 30 trillion in debt happens, because there's been the boomer generation that will not give up power in any way. 80-year-olds that are hanging on. They're getting pushed around like, with a walker. They refuse to leave. People still vote for them, which is the crazy thing. The guy, Ed, that Massey ran up against, won because of boomers. Like, if I had a thing, I can't find it, but they showed the ages of people that voted. Nobody under 45 voted for the guy. Everybody they pulled above 45 voted for the guy. Did they stop to ask themselves, like, how does this affect my kids and my grandkids' future? No.
Somebody's got to trust the process. Leave it to the boomers.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I have a bone to pick with boomers, if you can't tell, because in general, they might be the worst generation the United States has ever seen.
Dude, they have been this motherfucker over and just raw dogged the shit out of it. It's terrible, man. It's sickening. It's over with. America's dead, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it is.
Yeah.
See, that's why I say get what you can while you can. Dude, I'm hitting government. I don't give a fuck no more. You're still on YouTube, my bad. Anyway,
No, you're good. Look,
fuck 'em
self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is why I always preach that. That's why. This is the reason why.
Every chance I get. Let a hurricane brush by here. I'm making a FEMA thing. Dude, I'm telling you. Down there 15 stacks last time. Let's go.
They gave you 15 grand.
Yes, man. No damage. No damage to the home. They came out. I was like, there ain't really no. I was being honest. I'm like, there's not really any damage. But see, man, the black girl told me about this shit. This is how I learned about these programs. So it's really been beneficial. So yeah, he come out and he's like, bro, if I'm out here, you're getting paid. And they gave me a hotel room for what, 4 months, with 2 hotel rooms free. I was staying on the beach in Fernandina. Well, you don't know where Fernandina is at. I was staying on the beach out here from a hurricane shit. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be in whatever. There's a hotel voucher, they call it. But it was supposed to have been from damage from a hurricane. And I'm staying on the beach. And, the irony is just retarded. So, fuck them.
Wait, so let me make sure.
If you don't go get the money, if you don't go get it, some fucking stupid Ethiopian's gonna get it, and fuck them, or some other dumb motherfucker, dude.
A Somalian, I hear.
Who the fuck they are?
They're pretty popular these days, yeah.
I don't give a shit about none of them.
They open up
I'm looking
leering
out for
centers.
me and mine.
Leering centers. Yeah, that's a new thing.
Yeah.
Leering.
Leering centers.
So let me just get this straight. They gave you 15 grand and 4 weeks.
14.6. I'll be on 14.6.
And 4 weeks at a hotel.
4 months.
Oh, 4 months.
2 rooms.
2
And
rooms.
I was staying all over town, dude. I went to Bro Grove and stayed on the hotel voucher down there.
No, you didn't. Really?
Yes, I swear to God, I did. In October 24. Yes, I did.
Nice.
Damn
Well, I
right.
mean, here's what I'll say. I understand the mindset. I do.
Fuck.
I can't bring myself to do it. I can't. Like when they want to give people handouts all the time, either local, state, or federal, I don't want it. I don't want anything from you fucking people. It's like the poison fruit. You know what I mean? I don't want
either,
it.
But fuck it. It's not going to stop me from doing anything I'm doing. I still work. I work for mostly cash. I don't pay taxes. Fuck them. I'm getting mine. You get what I'm saying?
I don't blame you.
I'm getting mine.
I don't blame you.
Fuck
I don't blame you. I mean,
if I don't
honestly,
do it now, I may never have another opportunity. I'll try to put up and provide.
The system's always taken from us, so if you get an
Dude, it's our
opportunity,
money anyways.
take it back.
It's our money anyways.
You're not stealing
about
from
it.
the government.
You're not stealing. You're just getting your money back that you paid in over years and years. Fuck them. They stole it from you. What the fuck? They stole it from you, Stacks.
Here's
back.
the thing. Give Caesar his Caesars. Okay? Like that's legit a thing for a reason. Like I said, I totally understand what you're saying. I know the mindset, and I understand exactly what you mean. And I'm not one to tell you whether you're right or wrong. I just give Caesar his Caesars. I don't care, and I don't want anything from Caesar. Go fuck yourself. I don't want. But I mean, you. It's fine. I don't judge you in any way for doing it. If like that's what you got to do. Well, here's what I'm going to say. At least take the money and invest it in something instead of buying crack or whatever the fuck you do.
Yeah, there ain't none of that. I do well with it. I do right with it. I do good. You see, I got a microphone.
Whatever the flavor of that week is. Yeah, that's
Oh, we have a Rumble rant. Boomers were raised under Operation Gladio. Such never had a chance to be real overall, just saying. Okay, yeah. Anyone know what Operation Gladio is?
I've never heard. I'm looking it up now, but I will to what the point I'm assuming, whatever this grammatically struggling young person is saying is there is some truth to the idea that like boomers, as fucking retarded as they are, this is where I struggle to give them any grace at all, because my least favorite population is middle-aged women. I mean, I cannot find any population more intolerable than middle-aged women. I went behind some in a coffee house the other day, and I thought I was going to shit myself just listening to them order for 15 minutes trying to order a beverage. It was horrible. But these people grew up in an era where there was so much more propaganda flying around. I mean, these people they didn't go through 9/11 when they were fucking 19, 20, or 11 like I was, or however, 8, I think. They weren't disillusioned in the same way I think a lot of people were or have been in the last like 30 years. And so even for like the ones who are just worried about themselves, like they can fuck off, right? You're just worried about yourself. Have some better thoughts, you wiener. For the ones who are attempting to be worried about their kids, though, they're like, oh, we're gonna make something better for the future. We're gonna do something good for the people who come after us. The problem with them is all they're doing is reinvesting it in this system they believe in that's gonna fuck their kids over.
Yeah.
And so the end result is the same. Even for the people who had good intentions, we're diverting those good intentions to something super negative and problematic because of the kinds of things they believe in.
Yeah, that's well. So I'm looking at it like if I remember when I was a kid, and if I ever heard my father say something like, "Well, I want you to do better than I did." In his mind, that would be going to a school that's indoctrinating kids and teaching false history. Other than myth and some sorts of science, all of it is propaganda. And,
all of it is bullshit.
So it's like, and like
Math
work a menial labor job, and like that's the epitome of doing better in a lot of the minds of people from that age bracket. And
stay out of prison.
So it's like, if you wanted your kid to do better, the way you're thinking it should come to light is not the right way of doing it. That's what you did. You just think it's better now because we're in a different time, and it's actually easier to brainwash people as time goes on. They perfect the techniques, and they make up for their mistakes, and then hence the internet era. And like you said, Carson, about 9/11, people who were maybe at a certain age. I was 19. I remember coming out of my house and watching. It looked like snow, but it was soot and ash falling on the hood of my car the morning of, and that's just when the first tower went down. And then people around me, older people who were in their late 20s and 30s and 40s, just the whole concept. And then still those people to this day think that the original story is exactly what happened. That building, Tower 7, just collapsed on its own. That, it was just foreign terrorists, and there was no rogue branch of our government that had anything to do with any of that. It wasn't a controlled demolition. And there's no teaching them different. They're so stuck into that, they can't even comprehend and ponder, well, maybe there is more to it. That's not even a thought. Like, they can't, there's no opening for that in a lot of these boomers, I guess you could call them. And that's the scary part. It's just like, they're so indoctrinated, there's no moving them.
Yeah, you're dead right. Like, the same people who think the best you can do is jerking off to Fox News and coming in your boss's Cheerios for a promotion. Like, that's what these people think the pinnacle of life is. It's weird.
Well, and it's like, there's a thing to be said is like, Owen put it really well in his book, and we were talking about that when we did our education episodes. Like, how they set the education system up is that they convinced people en masse the way that they were like going about life was wrong, and that they were retarded, and that they had a problem, right? And they convinced them that they were like insufficient in some way, and then they offered the solution, but that solution was like absolutely fucking terrible and was like degrading to their like actual real way of life, right? So it's like when you're like constantly being like beat down like that and really gaslit like that, right, to where you think is like, hey, like the way of my life was wrong, right, when maybe it actually wasn't. I've got to give my kids something better, but what that thing is better is what they're giving me, and it's just destructive and evil. Like, that's a crazy psychological operation that's being put on you,
To think we're living in a time where doing better for your children means homeschooling them. Instead of sending them off to some college to indoctrinate them in radical race theory and all these, identification, genderism, whatever you want to call it. Like, no. Homeschooling would actually be doing more for my kid than sending them to the most costly institution anywhere in the world. And that's, people look at you like you're crazy for even saying that.
Like doing the shit that you were doing before all of this came about. Like,
before
that's
the
what's
system was ever
doing
even
better.
came up. That's what people did was took care of their own kids. You don't send them off. I homeschool my kids, and I teach them math and English.
God bless those children. All right.
I teach
Holy
them math
shit.
and fucking English. Well,
This is how you get 14 grand from the government. Like,
Hey.
and then you take.
I tell you this, I let them look at like other shit too, like moon land, conspiracy, but I don't put no influence on it. I'm like, I want y'all to look at it and tell me what you think. You know what they say? That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
They say it's bullshit. I'm like, ding ding, you ain't as dumb as I thought, son.
That's good.
No, I mean, I really cute. That's a power move for real, because this is what I was going to say. I was going to let you guys finish up, but the Prussian education system is what we have today. That's what our modern education system was founded on. The Prussian education system was made and instilled in the way. Just think about how people were taught. There's a authoritative source that stands up in front of the class and tells you what to think and how to think it, and then repeat the answers back to them to make sure that you repeat exactly what they said.
Brainwashing.
I mean, it's meant to make soldiers and workers.
Yeah.
That's why they do it that way, because ultimately, when you translate that into adulthood, what happens? You now take your orders and instructions from an authoritative source. Ultimately, it doesn't teach you how to think, it teaches you what to think. And so, like, it's really important. It's a good point, and it's a good thing that you're doing it. I do it with my kids because I homeschool too. It's like, this is, what do you think the answer is, and why do you think it is? And kind of walk them through it and show them how to think through the answer instead of telling them what the answer is and have them repeat it back to you.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, that's way more like what a classical education used to look like before this whole, like, I call it the slavificational system, where we're just trying to train people for whatever vocation they're going into. Like, be it a soldier or to go work in a factory, it was things like rhetoric, fucking languages, actual, like, legitimate higher level math and science, not respond to the sound of a bell, listen to the authority figure in the front of the class, sit in the desk in a fucking row, like, line up when we tell you to, you little 8-year-old faggot. Get your ass in line, you little bitch.
So what the black
kind of
kids are
world
swinging
we
from the
living
trees
in?
in the class. It's fine. Just deal with it. Fucking deal with it. They're not bothering you. Let them be what they are.
You know what's fucked
We
up?
can't control them.
Didn't the Department of Education just a couple like 2 years ago stop teaching children how to read and write?
They don't write cursive anymore. Correct.
Yeah, like what
Right.
what the
How you gonna sign your name, you dumb bitch?
yeah, I mean that's just, that to me just shows like okay, the goal is to dumb down the population and only have them learn what you want. The very
Yeah.
basics of reading and writing, just so you could communicate with them and then follow orders. But yeah, that was like a big shock.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, Crow-
I didn't fall for the system, dude. They had no effect on me. I don't know what it was. I made good grades. I made really good grades. But dude, I don't know, man. I just never was like. I'm not the type to take orders and just be a drone. You know what I mean? I'm not a fucking robot.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way,
I
dude.
can't do it. I can't do it. And it
Yeah.
served me bad, and it served me decent, good another time. You know, when I was younger, it was terrible because I was retarded. But
As opposed to now.
yeah. Dude, I'm nothing like what I used to be. I used to be terrible,
Oh
and
my
didn't give
God.
a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. I was in the street, man, and I didn't give a damn.
Yeah, I hear you. I was there too. I know exactly what you mean. I was
Didn't give a damn,
I was a
dude.
wild one
I
too.
robbed the shit out your ass.
And now
Yeah.
you're cleaning up twice from the hurricanes, and I respect that.
Yeah.
Got to,
Yeah.
got to.
Fuck, I had a topic and I was gonna bring it up, and then he started talking about something, and I'm like, hold on.
Sorry. My
No,
bad.
no. It's not your fault. I love that you're here, by the way. It's absolutely fantastic.
Does that sound? You like that? Sounds sexy.
God, oh, that's what I was gonna say. Crow. When we had Crow, if you guys aren't familiar with Crow 777, I'm a big fan of Crow. I'm not a fan of a lot of people. But we had him on, and he's just a wealth of knowledge, and he said something that I hadn't thought about as far as the cursive writing. I think everyone's always heard that, like, they're not teaching it now because in a few generations you won't be able to read the Constitution. But another good point that he brought up was that AI can't read it. So
Oh, seriously?
yeah, so
Yeah, AI
so when
can't
you
read it.
think about it, that's a really good point. Like because everything's becoming a surveillance state through AI, how would you be able to communicate if if it's basically a written language that the system doesn't know? So it looks like scribbles to the fucking AI.
Yeah.
I mean, he brought that up, and I was like, wow, all right, this is. See, this is the insight from the old guys that like it's valuable, and I think it's a good point. I mean, if AI can't read it and everything's built on AI, and no one can write it, or only a few people can write it, it's almost like a cipher. You know what I mean?
100%. That's one of those things. I told John this when we were doing our ep on education. Like, it's one of those things that makes me feel violated after I find it out. Like, you didn't do this for me or to me because why? It's like finding out you were raped after you got drugged. Like that's what I imagine that feels like. I don't actually know what that feels like, for the record, but like it's what I imagine that feels like when you find out that like they've been altering
You got a circumcision.
your
and what the
reality.
fuck?
That's true.
Why?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good
Why
point.
am I missing my baby dick meat, dude?
Yeah.
I'm pissed. Can't believe they did that shit.
We all need all the help we can get.
Fucked up, man.
Owen was just talking about that
Give me
today.
my schmegma. I never had it.
Carson, do you watch Owen Benjamin stream?
Not as much as I should. No, I didn't catch the one today.
It's just one of those. He comes on at the times typically when I'm driving home from work, and it's just one of those. It just always lines up, so I end up watching it on my drive home. But he was talking about that today. They were talking about Gladio. Gladio is basically psyops. I looked it up. Emily mentioned some stuff in the chat. It's basically like where the industrial age psyop started in the 40s.
Correct.
But speaking of that, it plays into I don't know how old you are or if you remember some of this stuff, but when he was younger, he said this and I remembered it. They were saying that if you didn't get circumcised, you would get certain diseases, and one of them was AIDS. That like you could get AIDS easily
Yep.
back in the day if you didn't get
I remember
circumcised.
hearing it.
Yeah, and there was another one, I can't remember what it was, but it was something stupid where basically psyops. There's fear-mongering you into saying,
you're getting an infection, and then when you're older, you're gonna have it cut off, and just really, you'd rather do it when you don't remember it as a baby, basically.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it just proves the point, right? Like, psyops. They're psyoping you with fear into cutting your fucking tip of your dick off.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. That's where we're at today.
Genital mutilation of a baby. of your own.
Well, I mean,
time.
you want to talk about the Jays? Like, where do you think that comes from? Like that is not a Gentile type activity.
That's not
You didn't
general
see
at
the
all.
Romans out there chopping dick tips off. They were doing a lot of other gay shit, but they weren't chopping dick tits off. They were putting them in other guys' assholes, and
Sucking
that's
little
not
babies
necessarily
off
any
and shit,
better.
dude. It's fucked up.
But it was a different thing.
So there's an interesting part of the story with David when he killed Goliath. I don't know
yeah.
if anyone has ever heard this before.
And-
I'm often surprised about how many people don't know this.
Gathered up all the
But
tips.
not only did he kill him, after he was dead, he went over and circumcised the giant. Did you guys know that?
I knew he chopped
Yeah.
his head off. I never heard about the circumcision. Where the hell is
didn't
that?
Didn't he like get a bag of circumcision tips from like
Well,
whole
this
town or
this
something?
was later. This was later. A guy wanted to marry. I think it was King David's daughter. I could be wrong. It could be the other way around. But either way, what he wanted was something. The king wanted him to get 40 tips, because he thought that was insurmountable. And like that, so like he's saying, I need you to go out and kill these people. I have it wrong as far as who they are, but I'm just going to generalize. You have to go out and kill these people and bring back all their tips. And so he thought that was insurmountable. He didn't think the dude was going to be able to do it, and he did. And he brought back a bag of dick tips.
without killing anybody. How's that even possible? You're gonna have to kill me.
These are Bible. This is Bible stories, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that
exactly,
is.
exactly.
You're
So,
right.
yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, I thought you said he circumcised Goliath.
He did.
That too. Yeah.
That's a separate thing. Separate
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The 200 dick tips I remember. The circumcising Goliath I don't remember at all. Like there's that point where David, hits him in the head with a stone, cuts his head off, and then what? I don't remember him.
He made the world's first parachute out of that circumcision.
And
Yeah.
that's how base jumping started. Now we've
Get what I'm
learned
saying?
something.
Had to get off that man.
But I mean, it does go to prove the point, though, that yes, all of that comes from the Jays for sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Damn.
hold on. We got a rumble rant.
Ooh.
Carson got violated again.
Carson stays violated.
It happens. It happens when you're 5'10", redheaded. It's a thing. It's a way of life.
I'd
Honestly.
hate to be
It's part of
redheaded.
it.
God.
It's worth mentioning again because Emily and Tom are here or we're here. We do a thing called Banger Bucks. $1 or $2, talk shit on somebody.
Bang,
The
bang.
one with the best banger wins $10. So all you have to do is get in the chat, donate $1 or $2, and put a banger out there on somebody. We like to aim them towards Drew, but anybody is.
Can I mention that since the start of Banger Bunks, I'm undefeated.
Yeah, he's a 4-time champion.
I'm the people's champ, baby.
That's impressive.
That's how he got on the show. He 4 times, and then you come on the show.
There you go.
But you're out of the running tonight,
Yeah, I'm
even
not
though I
playing.
think you did.
I just threw one at you. That's all. It was,
All right, cool.
I'm not counting it. Even though I
Tyranny
got
seems
shitted
to
on
be
last
on
week,
top.
but that's fine too.
Yeah, I was sort that last
I
week.
was fucking with you. I was fucking with you.
I know.
But, yeah.
Last week was a tough one. It was a long day, and then I decided to just go live, and I really didn't have shit to talk about.
Your
And I
ass
hate
went
talking to
flat, boy.
myself.
At
I
the
hate
end,
talking
you
to
was flat.
myself.
You was flat. At the end, you was like, I'm just done.
I clicked on, you were already over at that point in time. It was like 25 minutes after the fact. And I
Yeah.
clicked on, there was nobody there. I'm like, what the fuck, did I miss it?
I got a 10 to 12 hour shift every day, and then I got to come home and do some type of chores on the farmstead. So like after that is when I typically can try to squeeze in this time. So it was just one of them days when it was like I don't have it in me. I'm out of gas. Anyway, are we talking about the Jays now? Is that what we're on?
Yeah, I think that's what we're on.
Who runs them though? I mean, I don't think it stops there. Who runs Israel? See, man, I think it's just like we heard about for years, a one world government. I don't think that they're actually doing it. I think it's just one fucking organization running everything and making it look like they're pulling strings here and there. I think it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Totally
Well, I
fucking
mean,
bullshit.
I think you're somewhat. Let me give you my running theory.
They're trying to break
on-
us in, basically.
Well, here's the thing. So when Rome sacked the temple, okay, You remember this from the stories, right? Rome took down the temple, and Jesus predicted it, right? For their religion back then, they had to go to the temple for sacrifices for their atonement to God. It was the only way that they could connect to God. What that transferred into was they no longer had a temple, and a lot of them started practicing Kabbalah as a substitute, which is what a lot of them practice today. In the Kabbalah, there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on. But right now, I think what they're trying to do is manufacture prophecy. In order for them to complete what they think needs to happen, the world has to turn on them. It's part of their I don't want to say scripture, but like, you know, when in order for them to get their Moshiach to come back, things have to happen. And they believe at the end of that, they'll ultimately be rulers along with the Moshiach. We would say Moshiach was Jesus. Some people say their Moshiach would be the Antichrist. I mean, I'm not saying anything at all. I'm just pointing out what I know their belief system is. So when you see stuff done like this at the scale that it's doing it with their names attached to it, it's making people angry, right? You know, there's a whole young generation now that sort of have their sights on the Jewish people, right? And if they wanted everybody to turn on them, so that it could ultimately mean that a bunch of them gets killed, which brings back the Mashiach and then puts them in charge. This is what I assume they would want to do, right? Like they would want to piss everybody off at the scale that they possibly could, and then make them turn on them so that they can manufacture this prophecy. Everything they're doing is pissing off the world, like the entire world. I can't think of a better stage if you're going to manufacture this prophecy than that. So, I mean, all I'm saying is that if you look at what they study, look at what they consider to be their end goal, what they want. You know, look, when Netanyahu meets up with rabbis, high level, they've got this on video. One of the first things they say to Netanyahu is, "What are you doing to bring back Mashiach?" That's what that means. That's what they're trying to do. And now, maybe because of how they feel about themselves, that they're the chosen people, that they can feel like they can also manufacture this prophecy into reality. I'm just saying it's my running theory on why we see these things unfolding. You dump 35 million to take a congressional seat, and half the country is well aware of what's going on. Genocides and stealing parts of countries on the other side of the world, all while they're enriching themselves. They're not really losing if you look at it like that.
Yeah, man, and you also have to look at how the media landscape has changed. Like back 10 years ago, you couldn't say what you just said on YouTube. It's like that would, whatever algorithm, something would flag that and it would be gone. Now you have people like Tucker and Candace and all of these big name accounts, Jake Shields, Nick Fuentes, who can go on all platforms, right, and you know pretty much say whatever they want about the Jews. Right, so it's like it's not like they've almost invited all of the criticism. I'm like, we'll take it now. You know, we're not going to like hide from it. We're not going to like subvert and like try to censor the people who are giving it. It's like we'll let it flow, kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
That lets you know it's bullshit right there.
Do you think they did that partially so they could push these anti-Semitic rules and laws and other things they want? Like, all right, if it seems like the populace sees it ramped up, now we have more of a leg to stand on to push all these other agendas to combat that.
Well, I mean,
It was like problem solution.
possibly, but when they say that they want the like anti-Semitic shit, it makes it worse. Like people get more and more pissed off because
Exactly.
none of these kind of traps that they're trying to pretend like they're using are really working on people. It's like, you know, people see like, you know, fucking like Ron DeSantis out there signing, you know, anti-Semitism laws in Florida, and they're losing their shit because it's like nobody, like especially in like younger generations, are accepting any of that crap. So it's almost like, you know, it's almost like just a fuel to the fire to kind of make the whole thing worse, because it's like I've always think of it as like they don't have that bad of PR. Like they can't be that retarded. Like they can't be so retarded if like that they were trying to be as subversive as sometimes people say they are, like to just immediately insert their name into the Charlie Kirk shooting. Like the day after, like they're out there, it wasn't us.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not that retarded, right? So it's like it's got to be a different reason.
Well, think about it. If you are a J, and what I'm saying is accurate, okay, that's a win-win for them, right? They're going to make a law that says you can't talk badly about them. And also, if they're trying to manufacture the prophecy, it's pissing people off. Yeah. So, it's just another drop in the bucket if you think about it, to where they're going to push people in the direction that eventually they get everyone to turn on them, which I think that's what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's brilliant strategic. It's brilliant strategic maneuvering from that perspective, because you've put people in a situation where we're starting to move from the boomers and the generation who was like, hell yeah, we need to support that blue starred country. We need to make sure the Lord supports them, Judeo-Christian values. I'll fuck Netanyahu in the ass. I don't give a shit. We're gonna make this happen. Hell yeah, America. And we're moving from that into a generation of people who's completely disgusted with that whole situation, right? And John has said this a number of times on our show, and I think it bears repeating, is like the only really good solution to this, because you're right, like we're in a situation where, supporting that whole movement, that whole like support Israel movement is problematic for super obvious reasons, right? They're shoving it in front of your face. But like absolute dissension, kind of the Chud the Builder approach, is also problematic for super obvious reasons, right?
Yes.
It's what they want. You're playing into their hands. And so the only really useful functional response is ambivalence.
Yes.
It's being completely ambivalent to the whole idea and just ignoring the shit out of it as best you can. I'm not saying not be aware of it. I'm not saying, don't ever pay attention to it. But
don't let it control your life.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, being as
Yeah.
unaffected by it as possible. Like that's the only rational response when you're put in that situation, because either side of that coin, they've got you.
They want you to worry. They want you to have fear, and that's control. That's control. So I don't pay much attention. I'm
Again,
aware,
I have.
give a fuck.
I know. I get, like, you're 100% right, Q. I have to credit Owen again, because it's the idea of don't take the ticket, right? So
It's a wizard shit, man.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
wizard shit. Yeah.
So I mean, like, you're presented with these options, and even some of the stuff where it's like, take the loans, right? Like, where do the loans come from, right? So like you have to understand that, like, there's more that they're involved in than people like to recognize. But I mean, don't take the loans. Don't go into debt. Become self-sufficient. If you notice, people are only buying, smart people anyway, are only buying kosher food from the food store. Why is that? It's because it's the only shit that isn't poisoned.
I don't buy meat from the store, dude.
I mean, if you see my point where I'm going, is that if we go to people that want us to react in a way in order to sustain ourselves, right? We're going to go to them for money. We're going to go to them for food. We're going to go to them for anything at all, banking, right? Like, if we rely on them, then they have the upper hand. And I don't mean them as like every fucking Jewish person. Not every person that does this is a Jewish person. I'm saying in general that in that way it's a trap. It's why I'm always trying to explain what self-sufficiency actually means. It means not having to go into debt to buy your house. It means you buy a house you can afford, right? It means don't live within your means, and don't buy the flashy thing because somebody else has the flashy thing. All that has a ticket attached to it. If you grow your own food, if you can be self-sufficient on your own, you don't have to go to them for loans, then their influence diminishes greatly the more that you do it. That's why I keep striving to do it myself. It's part of it. What I'm doing is taking what I can from this system, the beast system, because I don't have any other word for it, and building something else parallel to it where I don't need that anymore. Because the problem is that as much as we can point at it, I'm saying a lot of people need it. A lot of people need what they're offering because they don't want to go another way, or they can't go another way. Does that make sense, though? Is like this is why I'm always coming back to self-sufficiency, because the more you separate yourselves from them, the less it matters.
Dude, people got the wrong idea, man. They think that they're in a good spot. They think they're comfortable because they got air conditioning and a TV and shit. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's not living, dude. That's not living.
Nope.
They're blind to it. They don't know. It drives me nuts, man.
Well, I mean, think about it. It makes you weaker. It makes you weaker.
Yeah, nobody wants to get up and fight for what they should be doing, you know, because I could get, I'm gonna lose what I got. You ain't got shit. A little quarter acre and a freaking car. Wow. Wow, bro. Piece of shit. You rent. Well, you got a mortgage still. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'll be damned. I don't do none of that.
I mean, and I'm not even trying to make anybody feel a certain way that may be listening.
Yeah.
If you are in that predicament, I'm just pointing it out for you to consider. Like that, here's the way I see it. It's an enslavement trap. I go back to COVID with this all the time. During COVID, what leverage did they use in order to get you to take it? It was, you can't go to work. What happens? And it's a chain. It's a snowball effect. What happens if you don't go to work?
I didn't miss a day.
Right. Well, me neither. You can't. You're going to lose your house. You're going to lose your car. You aren't going to be able to buy food. Right. So like they know that's the ultimate leverage point is that the money that they supply into the system will dictate to you what you don't want to do. So like if you're attached to it in that way, and there's a caveat to that, just think about this. Whether you're the first payment in to a house or a property or whatever it is that you own, or the last one, each payment is more incentive for you to stay engrossed because of how much time and energy you put into it already, right? If you're halfway through a mortgage, the last thing you want to do is lose the house because you've already put so much time into it. So you're that much enslaved for that much longer.
You just got off paying. You just got done paying your finance charges, for God's sake. You're halfway through. Now you got his original loan.
27% interest.
You're getting there, brother. You're getting there. 30 more years. Man.
I mean, honestly, I say this as somebody that I didn't even participate. I was a scumbag back in the day, but I recognized it, and I think sometimes you have to go through some shit in order to see it, if that makes any sense. Because when things are removed from you and you have nothing, like starting over from nothing at all, which I did,
don't even matter.
You start to put things in perspective. When you when you're already so invested, it's hard to reverse course. It's hard to understand what it would take to
it's
do
like
it.
You can see, you can actually see shit when you down and out because you're like, man.
Yeah.
There ain't one way to go and it's up. You know?
Yeah. And like, how are you going to build it? So like when I bought my house, I bought it with, I saved up as much money as I could and I bought a decent shitty house and fixed it up cash. Like I don't have a mortgage, but you know how many people want to do that? None. Like it's a rare breed.
I did the same exact thing. Stack.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I mean, and it's the way to go because you're not attached to having to do something that you don't want to do because what you put into it is going to be taken from you. So ultimately, that's what I'm getting at. Like, and we're in the spot now where people are fully reliant on the system, even for retirement with 401ks. This is just a perspective I need to add for anybody that's listening. AI is running the stock market now. So once this becomes a fully engrossed system where AI is making trades for all these traders, everybody else is going to lose besides AI because they'll have it figured out. Now, what does that translate to? What does that translate to? That you don't get what you thought you were going to get as far as your retirement. Okay? Does everybody following? Because they are using AI on the stock market as we speak, and they are growing it to use it for all trades. That will turn into a monopoly. And the only way the stock market works is just like a casino. Somebody has to lose for somebody to win. Do you really think they're going to let the little guys win? So eventually, it's because of AI and it being as good as it's going to be able to do, it's all going to funnel upwards. It's all going to funnel upwards. And you might get pennies on the dollar if you're lucky at all.
Yeah, there ain't going to be no trickle.
So, I mean, what I'm saying is the system, remove yourself from it at the best of your ability, because ultimately it's crashing as we speak. You got to factor in also, what is it, 30 trillion in debt now? 30, or I think that's the number, something ridiculous like that. That's how much less your money is even worth as we speak. And they're still writing bills where they fund things at the tune of trillions of dollars. What does that translate to? That your money is worth less every time they do it. So while everybody's invested in like, I need more money, right? I say this just as perspective. $1 million doesn't buy today what it did 10 years ago. What's it going to do in 40 years when you try to retire? And like, you might be looking at like, I need X amount to retire, but we're moving so fast in the other direction that like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if $1 million doesn't buy a thing, like, or not enough by the time any of us would be old enough to retire.
Yeah.
Not to mention, they're going to implode this system. They have to. There's no way that they don't. They have to implode this system and start over in cryptocurrency, which ultimately means if you are in the stock market, once they funnel it all the way to the top and you're taken broke and there is no retirement anymore, poof, it's all gone and we start over with oligarchs. Pretty similar to what we have now, only you have no chance. I mean, I'm watching it unfold. This is where people think that I'm crazy, but I'm watching the roadmap unfold. And there is always off-ramps that I can see that are available, but these people are not taking them. They don't care
They
about
don't even
us.
see them.
Yeah, well, I mean, like when you talk about the people that control the levers of power, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't give a
They're,
shit.
they're stealing from all of us every time that they do this. Donald Trump is telling people to invest in things before he says it so that they can capitalize. That's just a microcosm of what they're actually doing right now as well. So once they take all the value from the dollar and they go and buy their assets or transfer it into cryptocurrency, everybody else is going to be left holding the bag.
And I've said this before. Some of these people have probably heard me say it. Not y'all, but Meat Cavern, most likely. I don't know, maybe not. Fuck Meat Cavern, by the way. But man, if this shit's gonna collapse, I want it to happen now before I'm too old. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I can't defend myself. I can't fight no more. Dude, I got raping and killing to do. Let's fucking go. I'm ready to go.
You know what's funny about that?
Survival of the fittest, baby.
You know how many people I talk to that say that with like legit, like that their plan is to be the Raiders if it ever crashes, where like they're just going to rob and steal. Do you know how many people have that?
I'm building up. I'm protecting mine. I ain't robbing and stealing nobody. You come on.
I'm telling you that there is a large amount of people that is their plan. Like working on a job site, if you mention any of the things that I just said to you about how it's a very potential crash coming up, resources are going to become less and less available. Hey, let me give you a data point real quick. There are Sam's Clubs and Walmarts in this country right now that can't get motor oil. So these are indicators as to like resources becoming less and less. I say that because there are actual people that their plan, the way they think of it, is that I will do nothing now at all to insulate myself from any potential problem. And if it ever goes down, I'm going to rob and steal from everybody that I can in order to provide for myself. I can't tell you how many people I heard that from. They say it with a straight face and they don't care.
They ain't gonna last a second to come over here.
So prepare yourself.
I've been
is all I'm saying.
Got a cachet.
Was that too heavy? I feel like everybody's quiet now. Like fuck.
No, fuck 'em.
I wouldn't call
Tell
that
them
too
get it.
heavy, but it is bleak, but not in a bad way. I mean, that's just I think probably just an accurate depiction of whatever's coming down the pipe, man. And it's the as far as whether like the heaviness of that topic, you're right. Like that concept is super heavy. You're
It's real
essentially
shit.
introducing people to the fact that hey, in X amount of time, we don't know. You could be fucked. Might be you, might be your kids, might be your great-great-grandkids. We don't know. But all these red herrings are going to, at some point, not be red herrings. Like, we keep having these, like, pseudo-false flag events, you know, to kind of hint at a mass crisis, you know, like a legitimate
coming.
mass crisis. We had 9/11, Corona, we got the hand job virus going around, like, all this shit that's happening to kind of hint at the idea that this stuff could happen. Let's see who's going to bite on the fish line. Let's see what happens. But eventually, the shit's gonna go down. And for me, John and I have glazed this book a lot lately, but I'm gonna do it one more time. I think you have a couple of schools of thought out there for people who are hearing that and don't know how to respond. Like some people are going to be the retarded meatheads at a job who are like, hell yeah, I'm going to go rape and murder and I'm going to go take my shit. No, you're not. It's not going to work out that way. You're retarded. Just stop talking now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you have a segment of the population either that's doing something like you are, and I think that is obviously the best option. And then you have another segment of the population that hears that and they're like, well, shit, I'm fucked. Like, I am powerless at this point to do anything against a mechanism that's so large. And I think the opening of Owen Benjamin's book is a phenomenal way to kind of combat against that. It's this idea of, he says in the beginning of the book, like, just so you know, you're fine where you are. You are where you need to be.
Yep.
And it's not to propagate complacency. It's to let people know, calm the hell down. You're going to be okay. But you've got to see through all these lies first, and then we can start to do things to get the fuck out of this system, which is what you're doing now. You're on step, 30. All of these other people are on, myself included, are on like step 2.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, though. Like,
No, not at all. Yeah.
I don't mean to make it sound any particular way. Sometimes, here, I'll give you an example. I say this as you have to speak it into existence so that people can hear it and understand it and consider it. Like, I don't like pointing this out to people because it sounds bleak. But you have to say it for people to consider it, or else it will never be considered.
100%.
And everybody can go and do their own thing. And let me just say that to the rapers and builders with all these potential, you are Chud the Builder. You might get away with it for a little bit. Sooner or later, it's going to bite you in the ass. Like that. So, like, don't consider that as an option. It's the minefield again. Like, you're going to be dancing on a minefield thinking this is how you're going to do things, and then all of a sudden, the guy that prepared is waiting for people like you. But I mean, I will say though that, like, as long as you're aware and you're doing something about it, not to mention it's about community as well. Like, if anything ever did happen, you don't survive by yourself. You're gonna need other people, and so, like, if something ever goes down, the people that survive are the people with community. So, like, whether you have the land or you have a friend that has land, or they have a resource that will help you, but they need help with that. That's how this works. It's not the end that just because you don't have a self-sustaining farm or something like that. Like, that doesn't mean that that's where you need to be. It means, understand where you are, do the best with what you can where you're at, and if the time ever comes, just understand that, like, there's gonna be a need for people. The ultimate resource is people. So, everyone's gonna need help in some way, shape, or form. So get in where you fit in if it happens that way, and just do what you need to do. Good people will find each other. The bad people will find each other, and it'll work itself out.
That's what I say. Yeah. Communities will form.
Yeah, and I think you have to recognize, what this shit is inverting, because it's like this whole system is inverting what you talked about. It's inverting real community. It's inverting real relationships. It's inverting, self-sufficiency. People think that they're like self-sustaining because it's like, they're out on their own with the job and they pay their own bills. They think they have, like functional communities in their like city or in their, suburb, but they don't. Right. So you have to recognize that, like, hey, this is all an inversion of what the real shit is, right? To break out of it.
Good point. Excellent point. Yeah, inversion is always the way to see it as well. Like, if you want to know the truth and you see what the system is doing or what evil in general is doing, it's inverted. So the answer is in the other direction. Yep. Good point.
Yeah.
All right. Now that I fucking killed the vibe, we have been going for an hour and a half. I don't know if there's anything else that anybody wants to talk about, but for a first run, I think this was pretty good. Like, I mean,
yeah, man,
this was a ton of fun.
It's a good time. Yeah, I had a blast.
I'm glad
that
we
autistic Theo Vaughn for the first time. Q, it's great to see your face.
Yo, hey man, whatever you say, bro.
That was pretty good.
I've never been diagnosed as autistic, but I'm pretty sure I got some tendencies. I mean, I'm certainly ADHD. That's a fact. I've never been diagnosed with that neither.
I believe that.
My wife was in the chat and called him Boomhammer.
Boomhammer.
What was that?
Boomhammer. Yes, you did.
Which I think that's probably pretty accurate. You're pretty damn close to that.
That's awesome.
Damn. Oh, you know what? There was one thing that before we get out of here, because Drew is here and Q is here. Okay. I think you two could hash this part out. Drew is not aware that Q has told me, because I know where Drew's at on this, that PSA, Palmetto State Armory,
Oh yeah,
is better than Daniel Defense.
all day long.
Better. Wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about like corporate management better? Or are we talking like product
Guns.
I'm
development?
talking product.
PSA is
From
better.
what I've got, from what I've purchased. That's
Hang
all
on,
I've got to
hang
base
on.
it on.
Everybody,
That's all I
hang
can
on real quick, because I wanna just make sure everybody's on the same page before. Because look at Drew, look at him,
I'm trying.
That's it.
I'm trying.
look at him.
He's losing his fucking shit right now.
He's about to fucking lose it.
He's losing his
Just
shit.
so we're clear. I don't know what Carson, John, if you guys are like gun guys at all, or if you understand. These are two different types of manufacturers in the AR-15 world. They also manufacture a lot of other types of guns. I wanted to make it clear so that you guys are on the same page that a lot of people consider Palmetto State Armory a low-tier type of weapon, and Daniel Defense to be a high-tier type of weapon. And Q relayed to me, I think it was during the last show in the comments, that he thought Palmetto State was better, and I needed to relay that to Drew just simply for his reaction.
So just so I'm understanding, PSA's flagship carbine, Daniel Defense's flagship carbine, PSA is better manufacturing quality, better quality control, better finish, better fit, better like that's
Way
what-
better
That's
finish.
what we're trying to get at.
100 times better finish. And that's mainly what I got to go off of. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, it was like fucking dude. The shit I got from Daniel Defense was like powdery feeling. It was just trash. And what I got from PSA was a nice
I mean-
damn near powder coat,
I'll say their micro dagger
slick, smooth.
This is
And
what
under control.
I would want to know. I would want to know an exact model or exact like an upper or a barrel
yeah,
of
uppers,
guard
of
because
course.
Drew, we have to simplify this because I know right where you're at. We have to simplify this so you can understand. What he's saying is that Palmetto State makes better guns than Daniel Defense.
Okay,
That's where we're at.
I do not concur with that statement, but you know, obviously you could buy 10 of PSAs and 10 of Daniel Defenses, and there might be one or two out of each company that's like, this finish sucks on this one, or it's a different shade, or it's like, you know, whatever kind of issue you have. So I could definitely see that happen.
Well, it's funny it came to my house. That's all I'm saying. How
I've
convenient.
I've had Daniel Defense stuff in the past. I've been involved. Well, I don't want to say involved, but I've been paying attention to Daniel Defense since before they made guns.
I
They didn't
spray
make
painted my
armor.
Daniel Defense.
Yeah, they just made handguards. That's all they did. So this is back in like 2012, 2011. And their initial products were very high quality from my understanding. And I've had comparable experience with PSA stuff in the past, and there isn't a comparison.
Tell me this is not like straight white ghetto. What's happening right now? But Q has pit bulls fighting in the background as we speak, and had to run off camera to separate them. Dude, I'm so glad he came. I really am. This is
Full on
beautiful.
white trash. I love that. That's
It's
amazing.
the best. That is the best. I'm sorry. I don't want this to be a long, drawn-out thing as far as the PSA and Daniel Defense.
I would say their micro dagger mags are fantastic. I run them in my Glock 43X, and they're great. Getting 15 rounds in like a flush magazine in that is awesome. So
What company?
PSA.
PSA?
Yeah.
I'm not saying by any means they make bad stuff or sub-quality stuff. I just felt like budget entry level, that next level. And again, you buy 10 of each thing, and one's going to have an issue and one is not.
Yeah, that's my only
I
exposure.
spray
to 'em.
painted my Daniel Defense.
Okay, so you do have a DD. All right, I
That's how
thought you
shitty
maybe,
it was.
You painted it white?
I painted it white. Snow, baby. I'm in Florida. Let's go.
The snow in Florida. All right.
Well, I
Florida's
painted it
strong.
like a snow rifle.
yeah.
I do got a badass scope. on it,
There's
though.
so
Look at that
many
scope.
things so backwards with everything you say.
Look at that scope.
What the hell? What kind of scope is that?
It's a 6 hour,
boy.
Red dot. It's a hold on. Op mod. I believe it's like a damn near $400 scope. I can tell you that. I got it for free.
Op mod that comes from Optics Planet.
Is that the Daniel defense that the finish sucked? So you figured you had?
Yeah. I spray painted that bitch.
All right.
And by free,
That-
it means he stole it from a police station.
No,
Yeah,
This
something-
girl brought it to me.
A girl.
This
brought it.
girl
Oh.
brought it to me.
Ooh.
She kept telling me she had something that goes on a gun.
In
She didn't know
exchange
what it
for
was.
services.
I mean, I was, whatever. But she kept telling me, I got something that goes on a gun. I don't know, little piece. I'm like, a scope? She's like, yeah, thank you. I'm like, well, fucking bring it. It's brand new in the box. I still got the box. I looked up, it was $389 scope. Appreciate it. I didn't tell her it was worth that much. I wouldn't damn dare. But thank you.
All right. Let me just ask real quick because we're going to button it up in a second here. Carson, John, are you guys like into guns? Do you have any context for what was just being said?
I know who Palmetto State is, and I bought my first gun when I moved to Memphis and haven't bought one since. I
Okay.
think people should own them. I've never been that interested in them. Yeah, I'm kind of a faggot in that world. Yeah, I need to be better.
No, that's fine. Look, I mean, not everybody's going to be the gun nerd. Drew, however, is, and I knew how much this conversation would upset him. I was actually waiting for him to start throwing shit. I thought he just start throwing shit. How dare you?
Everybody's entitled to their opinions and their experiences. I've had some negative experiences with some big companies, but listen, every once in a while the underdog comes up on top. That's all I'll say.
I only
right.
shoot occasionally, but I don't go that deep into it. So
I will say and again, because this is going back in the day, the customer service I experienced at Daniel Defense back in the day was top tier. That I will say.
That's what they said killed Charlie Kirk. A missile.
Is that 30-aught?
30-06.
Hold on.
That's a soft point, right? Yep, lead tip soft point.
Jeez.
That's a big bullet.
Yeah, that's
a lot of bang behind that bitch.
yeah, and it's a soft point. That's a hunting round. If that actually would have hit anybody's neck, their head would have been decapitated. There's no
There'd have
there's
been
no
a
doubt.
fucking hole like that.
Yeah, the neck would have just disappeared. All right, so again, we're running a little bit late. I didn't mean to keep everybody this long, but given that we had so many different people, I wanted to make sure everybody got their time in to say whatever they wanted to say. Q, thank you for coming on. It was fun.
Thanks for having me.
No, I think the icing on the cake was the dogfight. Outstanding.
Could y'all hear
awesome.
it? Could you hear it?
Oh yeah.
Hey, man, look. We've had a dog for 7 years. His name is Ace. He's a great dog. He's awesome. Okay, like 3 weeks ago, this lady I talked to on Rumble, right? She lives in my city. She allegedly breeds dogs or whatever. I don't know the whole thing. She says she's got a kennel for American bulldogs, whatever. Well, something happened, and she had a bunch of dogs, and she's like asking people who wanted one. And I saw it, and the thing was so skinny, man. I was like, I got to have it. I got to take him, and I'd never wanted another dog, but I got him. Well, apparently they were fighting. I don't know what they were even fighting over. Food, who knows what, dude. But Ace will fuck his ass up. The other one's still a puppy. He's not even a year old, but he's almost as big as Ace. But
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ace is
Boom
old school.
Hauer.
Ace is old school.
Yeah.
He'll wreck shop.
Outstanding. John, would you like to tell everybody where they can find you at so we can get out of here before there's another dog fight or something?
yeah, man, Veritas Road on all the platforms: YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and then at Veritas Road Pod on Twitter. Live every Tuesday at 7 for Touch Me Tuesdays. Live at some point on most weekends to do something. So just go check us out there.
Go ahead, Carson.
Oh no, he's got it. That's it. That's our stuff.
I thought for sure you
Check it
had
out.
something to add. Touch Me Tuesdays is actually a pretty good show. I watch you guys on Tuesdays whenever I get time. So everyone should
Appreciate
go watch
I'll
and
be in the
subscribe
I'll be in
to.
chat.
Yeah, chat. Q is in the chat.
Who won Banger Bucks?
Oh, you know what? Good point. I forgot. Tyranny. Where?
I don't think you read none of the things.
I did. Where were you at?
You didn't read.
Were you
mine.
were you trying to pull the dogs apart?
But that was the first time it's happened. I don't know whatever.
Where's Tyranny
Pretty
at?
solid.
Tyranny, do you have PayPal? Listen, I'm gonna give it to either Tyranny or Meat Cavern. Whoever DMs me first on X, $10 PayPal will go your way. Whoever,
Y'all lucky I wasn't playing.
yeah, whoever
my-
DMs me first.
I wasn't even playing. I still dropped the better one than all y'all. I'm calling that right now. Did you read it? Did you read its text?
I seen it. You
I don't
know
wanna
what?
Put that up there again, man. Come on, man.
Well, my wife enjoyed the show.
Excellent.
I think she's a fan of yours, Boomhauser.
Boomhauer.
Boomhauer. Who
What they
cares?
call it. I'm just a country boy from Florida,
All right.
man. That's all.
Drew, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
All right.
Nice.
Listen, guys, one more time, real quick. If you guys would like to try to attempt to do this again, maybe with less dog fights or something, we could try this again every once in a while because I think it went pretty well. And for a first run, I don't think it was that bad, but maybe we could actually button down and get some shit together and actually make this something real fun. So if you're open to it, let me know.
I'm actually smarter than I look and sound.
I'm sure you are.
I do actually have a brain. I just like fucking off, having fun.
I know you're the best, Q. You just keep being you, pal.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I'm not the typical. I'm not the typical dummy like a lot of people would.
I
would
know
think.
you're not.
I'm really
I know.
not, and I'm not trying to like blow my own dick or nothing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't do that.
If I could, I would. I would never come out the bathroom.
All right, everybody. And that was the shit show.